Hello students and welcome back to our Spot That English Error series. In this video we'll be correcting a historical description of a very special place focusing on the Mayan ruins. My name is Ben with English from A to Z and here we go. So first, let's go over what is wrong with this picture. Our Spot That English Error series, we want to cover these pictures that while they're well done, the English is close, we need to fix the errors. So when you're seeing these different pictures in these videos that I do, I want you to kind of think about what are the errors, can I figure them out on your own? So before we move on, and I help you with this, can you guess on your own before we begin together on where the errors are? So I want you to read to yourself. You can pause the video, take about a minute or two, and look at this picture, this sign about this high temple and figure out, okay, is it perfect? Are there some errors? What are these errors and why are they errors? So take a minute to do that before we continue. All right, so here's how we fix this picture. There are some changes to be made. It's not a perfect description of a historical place. It's pretty close. It's really good, but when I went to this place, when I went to these Mayan ruins, I noticed that there were a few errors with these sentences. For example, my focus in rewriting these sentences, I wanted to change it from the passive voice to the active voice. When you're making the description, passive voice is okay, but I think active voice is a better way to describe a historical event. Also, we had a lot of singular nouns instead of plural nouns, so you want to make the noun plural if you're describing more than one thing or person or place. And then I added a few prepositions and also a conjunction to make the sentences flow better. So here's how I rewrote the sentences. But first, let me go back and reread the original version, or read the original version. My mistake. The structure, N1043, talking about the high temple, 33 meters in height, is the tallest structure at the site of Lamanai, and is also one of the largest pre-classic structure in the Maya area. The initial phase of construction for structure N1043 began in 100 BC. It was abandoned in the early post-classic period. Special offerings recovered were jade and shell items, which had Olmec characteristics, referring to another indigenous group of people in this part of Central America. Institute of Archaeology, National Institute of Culture and History. So not bad, but there are a few errors. I hope you noticed them at the beginning of the video, and now we want to fix them. It's very good English, but your job as an English learner, you've got to learn from your mistakes. You've got to correct these mistakes to become a better reader and to become more proficient in the English language. So let's see how well you did. Let's compare notes. So here are my rewritten sentences. Yours might be a little bit different, but hopefully you have the same changes that I did. The structure N1043, also known as the High Temple. Notice I put also known as the High Temple, and I put it in quotation marks, is 33 meters in height, known as the tallest structure at the Lamanai site, and is also one of the largest pre-classic, I put a hyphen there in front of classic, but not too necessary, pre-classic structures, remember the S there, structures in Mayan areas. We're talking about more than one Mayan area when we're comparing these structures. There's many Mayan ruins, many areas of excavation. Number 2, the initial construction phase for the N1043 structure began in 100 BC, but was abandoned in the early post-classic, here I put another hyphen, period. So I used but to kind of bring the sentence together to put a conjunction there to combine the two similar thoughts. Number 3, special offerings like jade and shell items were recovered too, which had Olmec characteristics. All right, so let's see. Got about 3, we have 3 or 4 in the first sentence, 2 in the second, and then a small one, let's say 2. So we have about 7 or 8 changes total. Not major ones, just small ones. So that's how we fix the picture. So let me read the revised text one more time, and I'll put it all together as the revised text. The structure N1043, also known as the High Temple, is 33 meters in height. known as the tallest structure at the Lamini site, and is also one of the largest pre-classic structures in Mayan areas. The initial construction phase for the N1043 structure began in 100 BC, but was abandoned in the early post-classic period. Special offerings like jade and shell items were recovered too, which had Olmec characteristics. Now, I think this sentence is pretty good. Hopefully, you have a similar sentences in mind. You've revised the text on your own. It's really good practice to do that. I hope you did that towards the beginning of the video, but I think it just flows better. Our objective here is to make the sentences flow together more, to make it seem not as awkward, some of the phrasing, and also to make sure the punctuation is correct. So here's a summary of the major changes I made. Active voice instead of passive voice being used. More punctuation added, including commas and periods. There was a period missing earlier. I added an extra comma, I believe. And then you got to have your prepositions and conjunctions like but and and added to help the sentences flow better and to coordinate them as well when you have two different thoughts or two similar thoughts, but you want to put them in the same sentence. So that's pretty much it. I really hope you got a lot out of this English error video, and I think it will really help you when it comes to going to a museum, going to an archaeological site like I did. I'm a native speaker, so it's a little bit easier, but when you're learning English, it's good to learn from these errors, correct them, and see what the differences are, and understand why you're using active voice, why you're using punctuation, why you're using prepositions and conjunctions. It really makes you better at English grammar as well, and it expands your vocabulary. You tend to run into English errors sometimes, more often than not in countries where English is not the first language, which is fine. It's a really great job anyway. These have these second language descriptions in English at these historical sites. But it's good to practice, okay, where could it be better? How can I improve upon this? I can take pictures, I can improve and show that I'm learning English by correcting these errors in these cool historical descriptions. So that's why I do these videos as well, to give some background. So that's our video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch our YouTube videos. For more information about digital products and services to help English students like yourself, go to www.englishfromatozee.com. Also, if you like this video or any of our other videos, hit subscribe to our YouTube channel to follow along with us as we develop your English language skills. Thanks again. Bye-bye.